So this vlog is probably going to mostly cover me just practicing and doing illustrations in different ways. Hey creatives, welcome back to another studio vlog. Today I am starting studio vlog number 2, and I have just been working on some illustrations with the wedding theme. So I have to do some Christmas illustrations, but I think I'm gonna wait until August to work on those. But right now, while it's still July, I think I want to concentrate on still doing some wedding style or wedding themed, I should say, illustrations. Now, some I want to use for art licensing down the road for my portfolio, but I thought if I had some really nice, simple, basic wedding illustrations that I could actually use them for greeting cards, since how that's one of the things that I'd like to sell down the road is like Christmas and holiday cards, but also bridal, like wedding, engagement, and wedding shower cards. So my thought was to offer them singly, but also I thought it would be fun to offer a pack of 3, and you would get an engagement card, a wedding shower, like a bridal shower card, and an actual wedding card, and sell it like a pack of 3. So if someone knows that someone's getting married, then they can just buy the whole pack and they have all the cards ready to go. I thought that was a good idea. So I'm trying to work on some wedding illustrations of different kinds, like bride and groom, some engagement. I'm just getting started with just a basic, starting with the bride and groom from the back, but I'm playing around. I'm still trying to decide like what kind of style I want to do all these illustrations in. If I want to stick to my sketchy, more detailed style, or I'm trying hard to do more abstract stuff, but I still find it challenging to try to be loose and more expressive, and it always still ends up being detailed. So that is my biggest thing that I'm going to be continuously working on. I know it, like it's easy for me to go and do something detailed, but I think it's more fun when the drawings and illustrations have a little more like whimsy or quirkiness to them, and they're not necessarily so like just precise and detailed. I love it when I see illustrations that are a little more fun and whimsical, not so perfect. So I'm trying to develop my own style that's a little less, I don't even know what the word is, but a little looser, I guess, a little looser and a little more expressive. So I'm working on that. It takes years sometimes to develop a style, so I'm sure it's something that's going to continuously evolve. And as I try different techniques or different ways of drawing things, then it's going to evolve as it goes. I'm really working on people. I have been doing some work in my sketchbook. I've been trying to just do some really quick time drawings of like people like posing in their, like for special events, because I've spoken about doing live illustrations. So I was trying to practice some kind of timed fashion illustration of people in their special their special event outfits, men and women. So I've been practicing that. So I'll show you my sketchbook, what I've been working on in a minute, and I will show you also what I've been working on my iPad as well, because I'm still flipping back and forth between digital and like physical art. And I've also been trying to work on doing really fast, more expressive like painting, like in physical work. So I brought out my Derwent ink tints and my some watercolor, the Kiritaki watercolors, and I was just playing around, and I'm trying to practice like a looser, more expressive, quick styling. So I'm trying to practice for live illustration, but also fashion illustration in general, and just trying all the different things out. So this vlog is probably going to mostly cover me just practicing and doing illustrations in different ways. So anyways, that being said, I'm gonna turn this around and I'll show you my sketchbook and my iPad, and you can see what I've been up to. Cool. All right, let's dive into what's on my iPad. I haven't been doing much lately, but I was just working on, sometimes I use my iPad as a sketchbook as well, and I just use it to like do sketchy stuff and fool around on here, but I hate showing that stuff because everybody hates showing stuff that's not good. Anyways, I was practicing doing some couples at like events, and it wasn't really a fast sketch. I did do this one. It was actually a photo reference I saw with Sofia Vergara and her adorably handsome husband. I forget his name, but it was just a photo from like a red carpet photo. So I thought I would try and do that one. And I thought it turned out pretty fun. I was trying to make it kind of sketchy. I'm toying around with the idea of maybe not doing any facial features at all, especially if I'm going to be doing live illustration. There's not really going to be time to do facial features, but I might see if I can figure out like a signature like eye or lip that I can just add to give it a little bit of extra facial feature, but maybe not do the whole thing. It looks, to me, it looks really silly, and it was just like, I did it really fast, and I'm just experimenting. I think it's cute, but I think there's definitely lots of room for improvement down the road, and this was just a digital version, so I do find digital a bit easier than the real thing, only because I can erase and redo things, whereas once you put something down on paper, you can't change it. So you have to get really good at making marks, I think, when you're doing it on real paper. So as I get better, I'll get more comfortable at it. But anyways, I was trying that out. And then I was just doing a really simple bride and groom photo, which is something that might be cute to use on a card, like a wedding card of some kind. I could probably add a background if I wanted to, or just leave it. But I was just trying out this style in particular. Anyways, I'm going to do lots of different variations of this, but this was the first one that I did, and I think it's kind of cute. Turned out okay. I don't mind it, but I still think I can do better. I feel like he's shaped kind of weird, but maybe I'm looking at it too long. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I've been working on digitally so far. Not a lot, but you know, it's hard to find time to do all these things. But anyways, that's it for the iPad. Let's move over to the sketchbook. All right, getting out the paper books. I just was sketching some random facial features the other day, like practicing eyes and mouths, and then actually some of these mouths turned out pretty good, but these are ones I do when I have a lot of time. These are not like quick sketches, so but I like to practice features because I wouldn't mind doing some fashion drawings that are just like the faces, but then maybe painted in a really cool way that would look nice as like a wall print, like an art print. I was just trying some more whimsical, kind of cartoony, not cartoony, but like more animated style faces, because you have to practice. I'm not one for sketching a lot. Like I don't really sketch a lot in my books. And then I found some pictures of people posing in their, you know, their like prom dresses and wedding dress outfits. So I was just doing some quick sketches based on actual photographs I've seen. These weren't timed. I probably took longer on them than I should have, but they were still relatively quick. So just trying to get the hang again of doing like the figure and the outfits and faces and stuff like very quickly. Because that's the skill you need to do when you're doing live illustration, is you have to be able to capture the likeness of it very quickly so that you can do get through lots of people. So I think it's just one of those things where practice makes perfect. So I have to get myself to practice as much as possible and just sit down and time myself. So then that's where I got out another sketchbook, and I started to do some timed drawing. So I just found some pictures on Pinterest, and I started doing some timed. This is a terrible paper. It's not mixed media. It's just like a sketchbook paper, but I used water on them, so they're all a mess. But it's all practice, so it's okay. but these were like 3 minutes. That one might have been 4 minutes. I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minute quick sketches. I used the Derwent Inktense, and then so I could use water with it. So it's kind of like using watercolor and color pencils at the same time. And then I went over it with just my Micron pen to give some detail and definition. Now, I hate the faces on these, and these are not how I'm going to do faces. I used the colored pencils, so it's very blocky and chunky and not at all fine how it should be. So ignore the faces. But the rest of it, I think, you know, we're getting somewhere. These were 5-minute sketches. I think I really like the way these ones turned out. Again, still trying to figure out the face situation. I was trying out some of the different Kiritaki skin tones like that belong in the palettes, because the one thing I'm missing with my Derwent Inktense is there's no flesh colors. There's no skin tones in them. So if I'm going to be using those, because I do like those because they're easy to carry, you can just add water and get like a watercolor paint effect with them. But there's no skin tone, so I'm still going to have to take some kind of watercolor palettes with me, but those, like, they're just like little tiny pans, so I can take them with me. So anyways, I was just trying out to see what colors were available in there. But one thing I did do with this one, you can see here, I used 2 different colors of the Derwent Inktense, and I colored so that one was kind of a yellowy and one was a pink, like a rose color, and I colored them down, laid them down with the pencil here, and one over top of the other, and then I wet my brush on it to get this mixed skin tone. So this page was actually using the Derwent colored pencils, just mixed, and then wet it here, and then applying it as like a paint, as a watercolor paint. So that's another way you can use your Inktense. If you haven't used those yet, is you can make color with them, like a swatch, and then wet that, and then use that to paint directly onto your thing. I actually really like the way these turned out, and I think they're not bad for like 5-minute sketches. So I think we're getting somewhere. Like I said, I still need to work on faces, but I think this pantsuit's really cute. This was actually Zendaya from one of her red carpet events. Very cute. And then I found a couple, again, this is another Sofia Vergara red carpet moment, but in this dress was all like accordion pleated skirts. It was like a Versace dress, so it was really hard to get the details of the pattern that was on the dress because it was all pleated, but it was like the black and the gold and a little bit of red. That was a 10-minute sketch to do the whole thing, which I thought for a couple was decent. Again, need to work on the eye. I don't know what I'm doing there, but it's all practice. But I'm enjoying doing these because I love doing these kind of fashion illustrations. And then this one was just literally a 2-minute, it was like a vintage photograph that I saw. She actually had a black dress on, but I did this and I did a 2-minute, including the color. And I was just trying to do a really expressive, really just kind of capture the feel of the photograph, but on paper, and do it more whimsical and loose and a little abstract. And she looks a little crazy, and unfortunately the hair color bled into the dress, but I actually don't mind it. I think it's kind of fun. So just experimenting with being really loose and really fast and not too precious of where the lines are going down. Again, it's nothing amazing, but I am practicing and loosening up. This one I did right after, and I just took a little more time with the features, and I actually really love her face. And sometimes it's sad when you do something in a crappy sketchbook like this, but you actually really love the image because it's not really anything I can do anything with. But I'm really pleased with the way this one turned out. And it's just, like I said, it was an under 5-minute thing, including the paint and a little bit of micron to detail her eyes, but I thought she was really pretty. But that's it. This is all I've been practicing. I'm going to hopefully do a little bit every week, and I'll just film my progress every week, what I've been doing. And yeah, so you can come right along with me and know what I'm working on and tell me what else I should do. Tell me how bad it is. No, just kidding. It's all for practice, so it's not perfect, but it's part of the process of learning. But anyways, I will catch up with you next time when I have done some more. Okay, bye. Okay, something else that I thought was fun that I wanted to catch you up on, if you are also following along on my YouTube journey, knowing that I just started just over a year ago, and my videos just started getting seen basically July 1st, for all intents and purposes. I just wanted to give you kind of a check-in of where I am, if anyone's interested in that. But last night, what's today? Today's July 27th, so sometime in the middle of the night maybe, I hit 5,000 subscribers. There's 5,000 of you, so welcome. If you're watching this, if you're new, welcome. If you've been following along, nice to see you again. I'm glad to have you here. But yeah, I thought I would just show you maybe a little bit of my analytics for a second, if that's something you're interested in, to show you kind of where I am numbers wise, because who doesn't like to see fun numbers? So I'll just flip this around and show you my dashboard. Okay, so here is my YouTube studio dashboard for you that haven't seen that before. And there's me, and there's 5,049 of you guys now subscribed to my channel. That still blows my mind, but you can see in the last 28 days, there's been 4,000 of you joined in the last 28 days, and I've had almost 75,000 views, mostly from the one video that you probably all found me from. And look at what I've made so far, thanks to you guys watching, $390 Canadian. That still blows my mind, because that's for just over 2 weeks of being monetized, like 2.5, almost 3 weeks. And I don't expect it to continue like that, because definitely like views are slowing down a little bit, but it's still great, and I'm still grateful, and I think it's amazing. But I'll show you the analytics now. So currently, like every 48 hours, it's dropped a lot today, so that's okay. I have a new video coming out tomorrow, every Sunday. Hopefully there's one coming out. So this is how many views we get, like every 48 hours. So I think at the busiest time a couple weeks ago, it was at like over 9,000 views every 48 hours. It's dropped down to 2,700 views every 48 hours, but that still blows my mind. For the first year, I would be getting maybe 50 to 150 views every 48 hours. So this is amazing, and I love that everybody is watching and enjoying and commenting on all my videos. I see some really amazing comments on here. So just thank you all for being here, and thanks for watching. And I think that it's just very cool. I wanted to show you what's getting the most views. This is the one, Pursuing an Art Career in My 50s, that most people I think found me from, and thank God I made that video. I was debating even putting it out, but it's had over, you could see that, it's had over 51,000 views on that video. Like, I can't believe that many people have seen a video with my face on it. It's crazy, but this is what can happen. That took me, it was basically 13 months into my YouTube career, like making YouTube videos for 13 months until one video blew up. So like I can show you, like this is where it used to be, and then this is basically the last 24 hours where my views are. So I just wanted to remind everyone to keep going and keep going and keep going, and never give up, because you never know when that one video is just going to take off. So just keep making content that you love making, and just keep putting your message and your voice out there, and eventually it will happen for you as well. Like, your people will find you. So don't give up and keep going. You've got this, okay? Anyways, I just wanted to give you a little update on where we are with the YouTube journey, because that's also part of my journey as well. And that's your update for now. All right, thanks.
Look at this now on the move.
I feel like walking with my sister.
I'll do the dance again. No, I'm not gonna hand it up anymore. Totally. Look at all the dark trees. What are these? It's dark. Nice. She looks good. We eat our way from the bottom up. Yeah. I like
where I haven't been. The world is huge. Coming to see the progress of every single day. I had a company. I had a beautiful, thriving company that I had to really continue to believe in.
You don't think so?
Yes, it is. It's good advice, but it's horrible. I hope none of you have. Each and every day has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I want those days to be filled with as many interesting things as possible. Last thing I do at night is take some sugar down to the donkeys. They would miss it if I didn't go down there and hand them out little tiny brown sugar cubes. That's Clive. That's Rufus, and that's Truman. You learn a lot by having animals, working with animals, having people who help you work with the animals. You see a lot of different layers.
It's going to be a very nice looking porch.
This place is vast. As things grow, things die. As things flourish, things wane.
am sitting here editing on the last weekend in August, and I realized I don't have an outro, but I thought I would pop in quick and say goodbye and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed those few little clips I had. It was basically everything I had filmed at the end of July and beginning of August. As you can see, I'm way behind because it's the end of August now. But, you know, eventually we'll get caught up. But I just like filming little like clips and snippets here and there of the stuff I'm working on, and then putting out these little studio vlogs every so often when I have a bunch of clips, just to show you guys my process and what I'm working on, and also to document myself when I look back down the road at everything that I was working on. So don't mind this Friday morning, basically just got out of bed look. It is what it is. This is the process of working from home all the time. But anyways, just wanted to say goodbye and thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.